Southwest Hot Chefs and Restaurants is brought to you in part by Viking, delivering the ultimate in performance and design for cooking indoors and out.
Thank you for joining us at Builder Source Appliance Gallery in Santa Fe. I am with Chef Charles Dale from Terra at Encantado, right here in Santa Fe. And the restaurant's up the road, right?
Yeah, about 12 minutes.
12 minutes, yep. So not a long commute for you?
Easy drive.
Good, good. And you brought so much with you. Please tell me, what are you going to be making for us today?
This is a dish that we do at the restaurant that we've gotten a lot of press about, so I thought I'd demo it.
Okay.
And it's called scallops and pork belly. The idea came from shrimp and bacon, right? And then there's kind of a natural extension.
Yeah.
So pork belly, which we have right here, is actually bacon. So you can see how when it's sliced, that's how it's going to look like bacon. But this is one large piece of it.
Yeah.
And we're going to cure it. Most bacon is actually cured. So that's the saltiness of bacon,
right.
And then they smoke it. And when you cure something with sugar and salt, it takes the smoke flavor better.
Okay. Did not know what curing was
Aha.
to that point. I thought that had something to do with healthcare.
So
but
exactly.
good to know now. Okay, so that was your recipe.
That is pimentone.
Oh, pimentone. What's that?
Pimentone is paprika.
Okay.
That is smoked. So because we're not smoking this is how we're going to give it that little flavor of smoke.
Oh, that's really wonderful.
And it's a Spanish spice.
It smells like bacon.
Well, that's a good idea. There you go. Okay, this little salt, right? You need a fair amount of salt to cure.
Okay.
This is garlic. We're going to mix all this together.
And that's coarse salt or sea salt?
That is kosher salt, which is what I use generally because when I'm salting something, I can actually feel it right here.
Yeah.
So when you cook at home, I'm sure you do exactly the same thing,
When I cook
right?
at home, I'm not in a beautiful Viking kitchen, a gourmet, professional Viking kitchen like this one, so it's a little different for me at my house, but I'll try.
Well, this is pretty nifty equipment. This is about as close to professional equipment as you can get.
I agree.
So here we go. So here's our cure, and you can see how it's on all sides of our...
Okay, and now what do we do with it?
And now you're going to just refrigerate it, and you're going to refrigerate it for 12 hours.
Okay, may I?
Yes, you may. Now, assuming that you don't want to refrigerate
This is a refrigerator.
I love it.
I love it too.
Refrigerated drawers, that's a huge, wonderful luxury.
Yes.
Assuming that you don't want to go through the process of a 12-hour cure, okay, because then what we're going to do when that comes out is we're going to cook it whole submerged in lard, or you could do it in olive oil, and you cook it over very, very low temperature.
Okay.
And you can
Super
do that
healthy.
For 4 hours. Yeah,
cooking.
This is not the dietary part.
No, this is the flavorful part.
It is.
Yeah.
But you know, a little bacon's good for you, I think. So here we go. The rest of it, we're going to do a celery root and edamame puree.
Just saying.
But this is fun. See, most people don't realize this. This is how celery grows, right? If you let this continue to grow, this is going to be a celery stalk.
Right, I can see that.
But it's really small here.
You just don't usually see this.
Exactly.
This lower part of it.
This nice bulbous
Which is not
part.
so attractive, actually. But
well, that's why we're going to cut it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to cut that off, and then we're going to.
Oh, but the flavor's in the root. So that.
There's a different flavor in the root. See, it's all white here.
Yes.
So it's got a much more subtle flavor. It's also known as celeriac. Okay, so you want to cut all of this brown stuff off here. And when you're doing something like this, you notice how I put it with the flat surface down?
Yes.
That's really important so it doesn't roll around on you because this thing is spherical. Okay, so now we're just going to chop that.
All right. That really has a strong, aroma.
So it's a nice earthy vegetable.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so this is milk and water combined.
All right.
And salt. And garlic. So we just put the garlic cloves in whole because by the time all of that is cooked, we're going to blend it all together.
All right.
Okay? And once it's cooked, we're going to put our edamame, our scallion, which has been chopped, and green chili. And this comes from Chimayo, New Mexico.
Green chili powder.
Green chili powder.
I have some at my house. I sprinkle it on my salad.
That's a good idea.
That's
for a
exactly
little
what
zest.
I have. Yeah.
So it smells really nice, but it also kind of brings in the New Mexico idea. So this dish, it's going to have some soy in it and green chili. It's a bit of a fusion dish. And there's a cultural idiom here in New Mexico that includes the Japanese. So there are a lot of have you ever wondered why there's so many Japanese restaurants?
Yes, I thought it was because everyone loves Japanese food.
That's partly it, but there's a lot of Japanese who have lived here since the 40s.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so we have this great mix of cultures, and that's exemplified in this dish.
Okay, well, we are going to continue putting these together, so please stay with us and join us after the break.